Hello, my name is Heather Cornelius, and I am the Director of Health Services for Second Baptist Church. And we are so excited that your students are joining us for one of our summer events. Safety is our highest priority, and we are blessed here at Second Baptist Church with an amazing group of medical professionals who volunteer their time to serve your students. Our goal is to partner with you as parents to remove all distractions so that your student has an incredible week. In order to accomplish this, our medical team needs full disclosure of all medical and behavioral issues prior to the event. I can assure you that this information is kept strictly confidential, and only designated staff and volunteers will have access to it.
Hello, my name is Sherry Drennan, and I am one of the medical volunteers for Second Baptist Church. In the next section of this video, we will discuss registration online, including some of the forms and protocols that we will be covering for our summer events. When going online, you will find the Second Baptist registration form. Included in that form are two specifics related to the medical portion. The first is a completed health history, and the second is a liability release form. Both of these forms are considered legal and binding documents. As a result, it is a requirement that they be completed by a parent or a guardian for your student. If your student has been diagnosed with a chronic medical condition such as asthma, seizure disorder, or anaphylactic reaction, we require an action plan from your physician to be uploaded with your student's medical release form. In addition, if your student has been diagnosed with insulin-dependent diabetes, we do require that those individuals be accompanied by a guardian or parent to monitor that 100% during the entire stay. In addition, we require a parent or legal guardian to accompany that student on the event in order to be 100% responsible for the maintenance and management of their care.
Now let's talk about medications. All prescription or over-the-counter medications must be checked in the morning of departure. Vitamins, essential oils, over-the-counter medications, herbals, or alternative treatments that have not been approved by the FDA must be submitted with a licensed practitioner's written order in order for us to administer it. No exceptions will be made. Non-prescription medication will be provided for your student if needed. If your student takes a particular medication on a daily basis, such as allergy medication, or a specific form, such as liquid or chewable, please provide those with your student at check-in. Upon arrival to the event, students' luggage will be searched, and any medication that is found will be confiscated and turned in to the medical team. Every medication, whether it be prescription or over-the-counter, must be in its original container and clearly labeled. Prescription and over-the-counter medication will only be administered as it is written on the label. If your dosage has changed or it is different from what is on the label, please have your pharmacist print a new label or have your physician fill out an order with the dosage change. This must be on letterhead with the student's name and date of birth and can be submitted at check-in. Since these events are highly structured, we do ask for those students who take ADD and ADHD medication to continue those throughout the event. For medications that are checked in, we encourage that you only bring the number of pills necessary for the week plus 1 or 2 extra. Toiletry items such as chapstick, contact solution, or sunscreen does not need to be checked in to the medical team. For those students who use an EpiPen or an inhaler, we require 2 of each for the safety of your student, and we ask that you check those in at the nurse's station prior to departure.
The morning of the event, your student will present to check-in. At that point in time, one of the staff or volunteers will check their temperature. If your student or a volunteer has a temperature over 100, they will not be allowed to attend the event until they are fever-free for 24 hours without any fever-reducing medication such as Tylenol or Advil. If your student wakes up the morning of the event with a temperature of 100.0 or higher, we ask that you do not present to check-in. In addition, if your student has had diarrhea within the last 24 hours, we ask that they do not present as well. Both of these must be resolved for 24 hours prior to their attendance of our summer event. For each medication your student will be checking in to the medical table, we have a medication card that gives us information on how frequent and allows us to document how often the student receives that medication. These forms will be available to you at the mandatory parent meeting prior to our departure. In addition, we will have forms available to you at check-in. Each medication will have its own medication card. On the bottom of the medication card is a place for the parent to sign, giving us permission to administer that particular medication. If you are dropping your student off or if they are riding with a friend, please make sure that these cards are fully completed and signed prior to dropping your student off at registration.
As we stated earlier, the safety of your student is our #1 priority. Our medical team is available to your student 24/7. In the event of an illness or injury, you, the parent, will be notified as soon as possible. If your student requires further evaluation, they may be transported to an urgent care or emergency center. If the medical team determines that your student needs to be picked up for illness or injury, you will be contacted immediately to make arrangements to pick up your student. Any remaining medication left over will be given to your student and placed in their luggage prior to departure. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me at hcornelius@second.org. We have one of the most amazing medical volunteer teams here at Second Baptist Church, and we consider it an honor and a privilege to serve your students and look forward to an amazing summer.